questions are only coming from in the room, so
Okay.
you guys can go
Sweet.
for Miller.
As Miller, what was different in the second half when you guys were able to get some really kind of clutch plays and ultimately take the lead?
Yeah, I don't know if there was one thing that stood out as different in the second half versus the first half. I think the biggest thing for us is that we just kept fighting. I don't know what the numbers are on being down 17-0 on the road, but I would assume they're not very high. So I'm really proud of the group in terms of their ability to just continue to play the next play, continue to fight. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from this game, just the character that we displayed. And obviously, we got a great game coming up next week, so we're gonna have to continue to play big.
The mindset after the 75-yard, pick six that really gave them that big advantage. What's your mindset there as you go to the sideline?
Yeah, I was frustrated with myself for sure. Try to force the cut, and the backside hole player kind of saw it the whole way. I just kind of told myself like it's nothing you haven't stared down before. And try to impart that message to the team. I've been through a couple of these. I remember, being down double digits at Michigan before and coming out and fighting. And we didn't win that game, but yeah, I think that was the biggest thing that just continues to myself. Like you stare down worse, so just go out there and play one play at a time. And I think the team deserves a ton of credit in their ability to do that.
Miller, what was the biggest change for you at halftime with some of the in-game adjustments that you made? It seemed like you were a lot more comfortable and operating with a lot more poise after halftime.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe I gotta watch it back if there was a big difference between the first and the second half. But I think we were definitely more keyed into where to go when they were bringing six. They obviously they love to bring six, which if you're in 5-man protection, there's an extra guy and play that kind of 3 hot behind it, 3 deep, 200. And I think getting dialed in with Jeff and Brian on where exactly we want to go. We hit a couple in the first half, but I think we're much more efficient in handling their pressures in the second half.
Kind of building off of that, you guys face similar pressure in the JMU game. Obviously, talent level discrepancy there. But how much did that JMU game help out for you guys in this game when having to face a more physical and more aggressive front seven?
Yeah, I think knowing that we've been through this a little bit before definitely helps. They're schematically different, just in terms of how they attack with pressure, but both are very aggressive. So I think having gone through a kind of a gritty win early in the year definitely helps set the character of the team. And it's gonna continue to be hard. Like I've never played in a conference game that's been easy. Especially now with kind of talent even and out across the country. Virginia just beat Florida State last night. Like there are no easy games in college football anymore. So we're gonna have to keep getting them out.
How big was that the punt recovery?
I didn't even see what happened, to be honest. We got the ball. I was like, awesome. But that was big for us to get on the board. That really kind of got us back in the game. Had us feeling good, like we had a shot, we get one score, and we're right back in it.
I guess when you have a special teams like you have in Cooper and mid, even though you guys weren't able to get in the end zone, how much confidence does that give you to be able to have special teams step up in moments like that?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I know Urban Meyer's always been a huge special teams guy. He's stands on the fact that wins and loses games, and you might be right about that. But yeah, Keller hit another 57-yarder today, which is huge for us. It's a huge weapon to know. We're at the 40-yard line. Like at that point, it's don't take a sack because we're in field goal range. Obviously, you want to convert the third down, but yeah, it's a huge weapon, and I'm proud of those guys, and glad they're on our side.
Miller, can you talk about the day that Chris Bell had? Obviously, you connected, I think it was 10 times,
That's a lot.
30 yards.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal player. He's one of the best. I've played with Drake London, Jordan Addison, kind of you name it. And he's as good as any receiver I've ever played with. So he's got to continue to prepare and to work to be the best version of himself. But the sky's the limit for him.
Trubisky came up with quite a catch there on that go-ahead touchdown. Just talk about that. Were you able to see it from where you were?
Yeah, I didn't close my eyes. No, so, yeah, I think having Nate back has been huge for us. Not only in the throw game, but in the run game. He's a really tough player that knows the system really well and always does his job at a high level. And it's awesome to see a player like that and a person like that come up big in that moment. And I couldn't be happier for him.
I thought maybe some players in front of him just in case to qualify.
No, yeah.
Last one.
I guess just going off of that, for you talk about Chris, Colin, Nate, obviously a lot of tight ends get involved. How big is that when you know that the running back room is kind of banged up and dealing with some stuff? How much does that make it better to know that the passing game can take over?
Yeah, I mean, I think in order to win games, you're gonna have to win games in different ways. You're gonna have to win some games 10-7, and you're gonna have to throw 50 times and come back from leads from deficits in the fourth quarter. So I think, you know, having a team that can do multiple things is obviously really important. I couldn't be prouder of Duke, man. The way he went down, how he was banged up, and his ability to come back in, fight, play really hard. And he was in for the majority of those 4-minute reps. And had great ball security, so I'm really proud of Duke. I love that kid, just his toughness and his willingness to put it on the line. Really, really proud of him.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Coach.